fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. This fielded at the 2.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here we go. Get the flag. Come on, D.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Ready. Blue ready. 53 is the mark. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Let's go.
First kick.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 30-yard line.
Ready.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
3rd and long for Winston. Flush to his right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now it's Haskins. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Winston. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Check. This is Mike.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Flip it.
From the gun, Winston. That's complete to the tight end Sample. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Let's go, baby. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Let's go, Let's go.
To the air again with Winston. Complete to his tight end Sample. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Jackson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
He's checking. Crash.
To throw is Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Gold is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Balaj. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
56 to Mike. 56 to 6.
This is Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off. Let's get off the field.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Balaj. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Come on. 56 to Mike. 56.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ballgame. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. We've got a 14-3 ballgame with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. On 2nd and 9, Haskins got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. 56. Mike, 56 right there.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The first down throw for Winston. This one hauled in by Sample. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. That's caught by Jackson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Robert Woods in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This one fielded at the 5. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They run on first down with Jackson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Jackson. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, sit. Wait. Rotate. Spell. Here we go.
They give it to Hill running right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Haskins. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards the pickup there. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Oh, good move. Broken tackle.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. 30. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Echo. Hey, 58's the mic. Go, 58's the mic. Yeah.
Throwing on 2nd down. Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Haskins on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Watch the out. Watch the out. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. 56. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up.
Now Haskins. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Jamie Gillendow as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check 43. Come on, Sunday. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Now Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. It doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Well, he's got his man Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Mike,
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
hey, tighten down, tighten down. There you go. Bang, 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 bang.
They'll run it with Jackson. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 16.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. From the red zone now, Winston. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. T.Y. Hilton there to make the grab. And the Texans have taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
From one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now on 2nd and 16. Haskins escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They run again with Hines. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Now a desperation throw, and this is caught, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Adam Thielen, 44 yards, and the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Winston now from the 50. Out to the left, he's got Sample there. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Jameis now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Winston. And Woods has it. Complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's Winston.